up.
Hey, it's Alicia, and Kat's with me, and we're on our way to Movie Gallery. That is going to be our first stop on this adventure, to talk about Pre-Cal. I have no idea what Movie Gallery has to do with Pre-Cal, but we have to take Sweeney Todd back, so that's our first stop.
Hi, I'm Kat. And Alicia's laughing at me, and I don't know why. There's like a booger hanging out of my nose. Don't know! But I'm Kat, and I'm helping with the Pre-Cal thing, because obviously I'm in that class with her. And yeah, we're going to talk about everything that we've learned in there.
And it's not what you expect.
It's not really what you expect at all, probably, unless you've had Pre-Cal with some of the teachers that we've had. And sorry, this is really shaky, but we're driving and I can't hold it up straight. This is Movie Gallery. We can't go in because it says no smoking, and we're smoking hot.
Yeah, we are.
So, we're not going to go in there to film it. We're just going to film up in the car. Okay, so every day in Pre-Cal, it's morning, so we have to watch Channel 1. And where we sat, we were up against the wall. We could not see anything, the TV, unless we're like looking up like that. So we were talking, which makes sense, because I mean, why else would you talk? So everybody else was talking too, because no one really cares. And we got a lecture, a really long lecture, and Alicia's going to tell you about it.
So in this lecture, Miss, let's just call her Miss S, because I don't want to give away names. But she's usually pretty nice, but she's always telling us how we're the best kids in school because we're in Pre-Cal and we're just the smartest kids at school. Well, she pretty much told us that Kat and Ryan have no character, and Ryan seriously has great character, and so does Kat. They're both the funniest people in that class. And then she said that I am very irresponsible because I didn't do my homework or something. I didn't finish my homework. I don't even remember. It was lame. I did most of it or something. I don't know. And then she said that Taj was in kindergarten. He's in 10th grade and he's in Pre-Cal. He's smart. And, but then she goes on to tell us how we are the best kids in school. If we're the best kids in school and we have no character, responsibility, and we're in kindergarten, we have problems. Serious problems.
Here we are at the Purse Man. Every morning, we're standing outside the classroom and we're drinking our drinks, whatever it may be. You know, water, Diet Coke, coffee, tea,
Vitamin water.
Vitamin water, which is bad for you, don't drink it. So we're just standing out there, and we normally drink until like the first bell. And then sometimes we have drinks left over, so we bring them into the class. Big mistake. Here's Alicia.
We get yelled at. We get lectures.
On Miss Student Teacher, on her second to last day, she actually knocked over a drink that was on the back counter.
Really? I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
she did. Miss Sheffield was like, someone spilled this drink. And she was like, oh. Miss S said, someone spilled her drink. And Miss Student Teacher was like, that was me. Sorry. And then she went on to grade papers, like that's all she does, and pass them out to us and let us know that we're failing Pre-Cal. But actually, I'm doing pretty good. 91. And Alicia's doing good too. She has like a 61. Mopco.
It's our favorite store.
Okay, so during math class, we'll just be sitting there learning stuff. And you know what? I'll just turn around and my best friend will just be sitting there crying. I don't know if she just has this horrible thing about math, but she just does it, and it's so weird. I don't know. I hate that class.
And we'll talk about Tony Stewart.
We're going to Lowe's.
We can talk about how I like it raw.
Stop!
Okay, so during math, Pre-Cal, whatever, we get hungry because nobody feels like eating right after they woke up. So we usually would want to eat like in the middle of class. But of course, food and drink are outlawed from our class. No food or drink, no. Well, watch behind me. This one time, we had sour straws for somebody, but we were mad at him, so we stole them, and I was going to eat them and share them with Kat. Our whole side of the room pretty much, or our whole row, ended up getting some sour straws. It was excellent. It was just amazing. Look at Kat. She even gets hungry at Lowe's.
There's many food in here.
Check the next one.
Empty. Oh, this one's shiny. This is our river. We think it's called the Black Warrior River. So we have this student teacher that we don't really like. You know that, because we already talked about it. So Ryan one day comes up with the idea that she's like an ostrich. She walks like an ostrich, and she has the personality of an ostrich. She's completely socially inept. I think I used that right. She kind of walks like this. She wears really clunky shoes that are like, and her clothes do not flatter her.
You can't drink in here?
That's one of her lines she uses. This is her hair, except she has it slicked back, but Alicia's beautiful curly hair won't let us do that. Don't know how she does it, but she normally has a scrunchie instead of one of these little things, and her hair's always like poof. And
Even at prom?
Even at prom. And she does it every day. Every day. Every day. The woman's voice is annoying. This is our high school. It's beautiful, right?
Hillcrest High School.
Okay, so one day in math, we're just all up and chilling, and she's like, okay, what's the quadratic formula? Nobody really knew. And she's like, you have to know the quadratic formula. So of course we took that to mean you have to know it at all times. Scenario. We're getting it on in the back seat of a car, even though we're in the front. Just pretend, okay?
Hey bitch, what's the quadratic formula? Quick!
I don't know!
Get out of here! I don't want you anymore. I can use my hand.
Okay, so like every day in pre-cal, we'd be passing notes to each other. Of course, they're, you know, long and notebook worthy. So our student teacher, she's always looking at us like, oh my god, they're so passing notes. She won't take them up. And we know it's because she's afraid, because she thinks they're about her. Which they are, but she's weird.
So, in math class, our teacher always gave us homework pretty much until like the end of the semester. And we would try really hard to remember that we had homework. But no matter how hard you try, you're not going to remember by the end of the school day.
There's this kid, Ryan, that we've already talked about. And during class, he perches on his chair like a gargoyle. Teachers always make him stop. But he joined the Air Force and everything, so he's a gargoyle in the Air Force. But what he really wants to do is be a redneck.
Yeah, it's true. He has a hat and has number 3 on it. And if you're from the South or you enjoy racing, you know that the
Earnhardt!
It's Earnhardt, yeah. And
he screams that during class. So every day in math, people have to pee, right? Because, I mean, an hour and 50 minutes without even the chance of going to the bathroom is kind of tough. So we ask our teacher. She says no, because we're big kids and we should be able to hold it. But not always. So anyway, there's this girl in our class. She gets to go to the bathroom whenever she wants. She was like, Miss S, I have to pee so bad. And she's like, you know what, come out in the hallway. Because she doesn't have people that are bad, but she actually let her go to the bathroom. So not even fair. The only way you could go is if you're like throwing up or something. Alicia tried one time, and Sheffield was like, Miss S was like, no! And Alicia started crying. But that time there was actually a reason for her crying. It was stupid.